Welcome back, everyone. It's team of the season again. We are here. It was team of the year just a few days ago, and it felt like I was struggling through champs just yesterday to get red picks. So today we're gonna do a TOTS prep session. I'm gonna try to show you, at least from my perspective, what I think you're gonna be in for over the next 4 to 6 weeks. This was a match from last week's foot champs. I ended up winning 2-0 and had 40% possession. So I think you're going to see a lot of this players who are very skilled at dribbling, albeit this player that I played against wasn't particularly good. It was a lot of like nonsense dribbling. But players who dribble a lot, hold possession, wait for the right pass to slip it through and get you. And you are, I guess that my overall conclusion is going to be do what lets you win. I don't necessarily understand why people want to play like this. Again, this example is one where I won and, the person wasn't particularly great, but there are other examples that I can, happily go through where I've lost and I've had similar amounts of possession. Um, but yeah, this is the new meta now. I've noticed like when I struggle in champs again, I end up with 7 to 10 wins, and it varies each week. This week I ended up with 8. The times when I don't win is against players like this who just hold the ball constantly, and I even when I press, I don't press well enough to get it back. So if you need to play three at the back and that's fun for you, do it. If you want to play like this and that's fun for you, do it. Again, I don't necessarily get it. I don't have the patience for it, but if you got to figure out what's important to you for champs, and what you want to get out of this. Last year I did this for probably the second time, and my goal was just to win more and more games each week, and I think I successfully did that. I kind of tracked that. I tracked those things on Twitch or YouTube last year, and it was a good experience. But it's frustrating and it's stressful. So again, that's why I say play as you want to play. So you can see, like, you can already see the possession style here. Like, this guy is passing somewhat frequently, but mostly just holding on to the ball, dribbling that, taking that extra touch. He doesn't press too hard, thankfully, but he does, pull his line up for that jump. Uh, and it's really hard to get the ball back. Like I say, I end up with 59% possession. Now, while we saw the lineup that I played with, and the first goal, what a beaut. Gervinho with the bicycle kick goal. And what can I say? Yeah, again, I felt happy enough to with that to include this in here. So while we're going through this though, before I'm gonna go through two things. One is my rant very briefly on why streamers seem to be so negative towards this game and what is the point. And then we'll get back to the footage again. If you want to watch it, I think you're going to get a lot out of it just to see again the types of players that you're going to be playing against, the style that you're gonna go up against. So it'll be useful, and I'll try to comment on it when I see it. But you're probably, if you're not as a very skilled player like myself, you're probably going to want to counterattack and just try to find ways to absorb the pressure, because I don't think you're going to out dribble some of the guys that are good, anyways, at holding onto the ball are usually very good at pressing. So the first thing I want to talk about, I watched a streamer today. I don't particularly like this streamer, but they provide useful content. And one of the things they said, they were talking about, positivity, appreciating life, and that sort of thing. But also, they were talking about this idea of like this godforsaken game that is FIFA. It's like, why do you stream this game? I just maybe like let me know in the comments. Is that something that people find appealing, to see the hate watch, or to see streamers that constantly put down this game? And I've said before, and I'll say again, this game has flaws. The inconsistent gameplay and lag, which definitely exists and is not like the same type of lag every week, is incredibly frustrating and a valid concern. There are other valid concerns and glitches and that sort of thing. But like, this is not my full-time job. It's not even my part-time job. It's not anything. I do it for fun. there's streamers where this is their full-time job, and I just think to myself, if I was at work every day complaining about work to the people who I work for, they would be like, "What are you doing here?" So, yeah, I'm just curious to understand, do viewers like that, and what do people get out of that? Maybe you guys can help me out. That's my little short rant on that. Anyways, let's get back to the gameplay footage. We're 35 minutes in. I have the lead, and this guy still is trying to like unlock my defense, which I don't think is particularly great. Like, look at that run I took. I took who was it? Garcia? Did I see that right? I don't even know who Garcia. Oh, Eric Garcia from Barcelona, right? I just ran around with him there and did nothing. So I tried to do a little incisive run. Didn't quite work. It went to the wrong person on that pass. So he's there. He's got some space. He holds on to the ball, which again I don't know what he's waiting for there, but he really wants me to come and press him. Don't understand that, but all right. Don't press them in that situation. By the way, when people want to hold on to the ball, if you're winning, do not do that. Do not chase them. It's just like real life. There's no reason for you to pull any players out of position. So I tried at this point to just I was trying to hit him on the counter. I tried to use the wings to Gervinho and Carolyn Graham Hansen, and I think I had some success. I had opportunities and shots. I did a little bit of dribbling with Gervinho, by the way. That evolution for him, it's got rapid, plus, and finesse. I didn't have a left winger, and I have really found him to be good with that evolution. It's not. It's almost as good as his foot birthday card, but not quite. Again, you see a pause there where this guy is holding onto the ball. I think he's waiting for half or waiting for me to chase him and pull my defenders out to come and get him. And it's like he's forgotten that I have the lead. So if you want to look at this from the side of the other team, you don't really want to be holding on to the ball like that when you're losing. And if you're doing it from my perspective, you don't want to be chasing somebody when you're winning like that or pulling players out of position when you're winning like that. And we see the stats there, 59% possession from this guy. That's how little I've had the ball, and yet he has one more shot than me and one less goal. So is it an effective tactic? Yes, when it's used by somebody who's really good. And there you go. He gives the ball away. I try to do a quick counter. I couldn't quite pull off the move there with CR7, but again, you got to. I think in these scenarios for me, I could also hold on to the ball, but I don't find that's worthwhile for me because against better players, I I end up losing it. They press me very hard and I end up losing it. So I'm trying to perfect my ability to strike on the counter. Again, there he just can't put together a proper attack. So I get lucky in that this person does hold on to the ball, but doesn't really end up doing very much with it and isn't particularly dangerous. Again, makes a bad pass there where there's clearly a defender. I'm trying to hold on to it a little bit here. I'm wasting a little bit of time passing it back, trying to make him chase me. Now that it's the second half, again, he makes another bad pass. Although Steven Gerrard's Foot Immortals card, very good card, highly recommend it, and it gives you icon chemistry. Uh, if I had maybe gone forward there with Ronaldo, I probably would have had a better shot than trying to pass it back to Carolyn Graham Hansen, who makes the interception on a badly timed and poor position for a skill move from this other player. So he's still trying to go wide, can't do it. Again, none of these attacks really amount to anything, and this isn't the worst situation of lack of possession. Like I'm as I'm watching this footage back, see again, I probably should fake shots. So this happens a lot too, where my shots get blocked on the initial, like when I pass it into the middle or do the extra pass. The other person is either aware or the auto defend ends up blocking it, and I would suggest maybe doing a fake shot or something. I haven't quite integrated that into my game, but if you end up in that position, I would suggest having the patience to do a fake shot and maybe going far post. depending on where you are. In my case, there, I was in the middle, maybe closer to the far post. I think that would have been the best play. Uh, I get a good through ball there, a weird spin move that I pull off with Ronaldo. I get lucky recovering the ball and manage to get a shot off. Not the greatest. Probably should have tried to finesse that into the far right corner. And so now it's 55% possession for the other team, and I have more shots than them. So they're not using the possession that they have particularly well. But again, you are going to deal with this for the next 5 weeks or 6 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever it is. If you are an average or below average player, you are probably not going to have the ball, and you're going to deal with 95 line height. So just get used to that. So I'm trying to work this corner kick tactic, which is like a player on the edge who I feed it to and then make another pass into the middle to hopefully someone who is an attacker who can be skillful on the ball. When it works really well, but if it is read and intercepted, you get burned and you will get hit on the counter. So I get the low driven shot from Ronaldo there and a good finish. Yeah, again, skill moves, some dribbling, not very useful dribbling. He's kind of going backwards. Takes a step forward, goes backwards, and that's the pattern, right? It's they go forward, they wait for you to bite. If you bite, they go backwards. Otherwise, they go sideways. Like it's always take a step forward, take a step backwards, take a step forward, take a step backwards. That's what you're dealing with. If they're good, again, this is mostly an example to say if you do face somebody who tries to use this and isn't particularly skillful, like, you can deal with it. Just be smart. And if you deal with somebody who is skillful, like, use the same tactics, be smart, try to hit on the counter. And if you, honestly, if you got to play five back, do it. Do it if that's what's important to you. If you're just trying to get better with your formation, then who cares? Just try to get better. But, this can be stressful and irritating, but it doesn't have to be. So make it fun for yourself. Again, takes a step forward, can't find space, goes backwards. I just try to move it forward, hit on the counter. I'm looking for that run in by Gervinho. He gets there. He's very unlucky with that finish. It probably should have been 3-0 at that point. And you can see, like, there is room for a counter. He's still passing it like sideways, laterally, making very little like forward movement. He's still at his midway point. He's had the ball for what, 10 seconds? You got to do something. But, let them do that. Do not chase them. There's another skill move with no one around. You don't need to bite on that. And again, maybe this person was just practicing and learning, and probably seems like they were doing that. But again, you're going to face all types. So now they've quit. So you can see at this point, I had twice as many shots and 40% of the balls. So, anyways, I hope this was interesting for you guys. I'm going to try and do some more of these breakdowns, maybe with a little more pausing and deeper analysis. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.